Hello, my name is Jeff Watson, and from 82 February to 88, I worked at Watchtower in Brooklyn, New York. So I think I'm qualified to bring this, um, make this matter known, or something that I observed. And I've noticed it through the years, but I really didn't think anything of it until a few months ago. Another individual said he noticed it, and it was, to me, it was kind of upsetting, but I didn't say anything. Anyway, I visited uh, headquarters, the farm, a few years ago, and had a good time. And at the end of the tour, I went to the literature counter to pick up some literature, and the individual behind the counter was a older male, and sad to say, he seemed to have an attitude, in my opinion. And I know what happened. He was tired. It was a big tourist day, and he had to help a lot of the tourist friends get literature. But his whole demeanor and attitude was very disturbing to me. And what I like to liken it to is when you go to a fast food restaurant and you have a black girl that's behind the counter or at the drive-through and drive-through, and she has an attitude, and you can tell it in her voice by the way she speaks to you. Well, I think it's the same thing um, when visiting uh, farm. The individuals, and I notice these are older individuals, and it was really disturbing. And then a few months ago, or a year ago, I called up to the farm to speak, to find out some information on the subject. And the brother that I got on the phone, his whole voice and demeanor, and once again, it was an older brother. He came across as having an attitude like he was doing me a favor, and I found that very disturbing. And I almost said something to him, but I held my tongue. Maybe I should have said something in a polite way. But I would like to bring this to the attention of everyone, especially those serving there, that yeah, attitude comes across. Um, you may not think much of it, but just think, if you are a tourist or a brother or a sister that's been wanting to go to world headquarters up in New York to visit for many years, and maybe you planned it for months or even years, and you finally get there and you're like in utopia, and then these individuals come across with the attitude that is kind of very disturbing. And my advice is, I say this politely, uh, suck it up, be friendly, and if you have a hard time dealing with it, maybe you should request a job change where you don't have to deal with the public. Or if that's not the case, maybe you just should leave Bethel and go out in the field and pioneer, or do construction, or whatever the case may be. Because basically, I'm just saying, lose the attitude and be nice and suck it up and get over it in a nice, polite way. Well, that's all I got to say. Bye.